People them. Let me know if you can hear. Yeah, we got no backgrounds today. We're just doing up home. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? This is the question. Like I said, we're doing a little bit different today. Off the laptop, but we're going straight in from YouTube. Experimental settings. Just let it build up a little piece. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? I don't even think I got to put up a proper thumbnail, bro. But like I said, experimental business we're dealing with. How are we all doing? So, daily views, man. Apologies yesterday. I just had to take a day off, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like yesterday, I just had to take a day off in it. Done some watch-alongs over the weekend. Yeah. Obviously, if you've been around, you would have seen that there were some fireworks at the end of the Arsenal-Leicester stream. Make sure you go and check that out. Yeah, bro, but I just had to take a day off, man. I just had to just clear my head, you know, like that. But yeah, man. Other than that, hope everyone's good. Let's talk some football, shall we? Let's talk some football. So, yeah. Arsenal managed to get past Leicester. I did do a live reaction after the game. Not too much going on in the game. Like, I've watched the extended highlights back. And like I said, man, I gave Ethan Wanyeri my man in the match. Mikel Moreno came on with like 10 minutes to go. And lo and behold, man scored a goal, innit? You know what I mean? Man scored a brace furthermore. And isn't it a horrible time for Arsenal fans when you've got one of your players score a goal, and instead of really trying to celebrate the goal, you're thinking, what's going to be the PR spin now after this goal? Because we all know the situation. Yeah. Didn't do enough last summer. Just didn't. We've been bogged down with injuries this year. You know, loads of teams have had injuries. I think it's just the season of the injury. I can't really think of any team that's not really had injuries. We get to January, obviously, just before that, Saka goes down, Sterling's out, even though he's rubbish anyway, but that was the case at the time. Even Ethan Wanyeri was out. You know, our defenders have been coming back and forward all season. You know, we've had Odegaard out, we've had Rice injured, playing through injury. Like, we've just had it all this year, innit? Which is fair enough because, you know, why would you ever think that you can just go year after year and the players are never going to get tired, they're never going to lose form, like anything like that, innit? Yeah? Because everything changes year after year, especially in football. Rarely stays the same, you know? No one would have given Liverpool, no one would have bet that they would be where they are at this point in time. No one's saying that they had a shit team. They had world-class players, even last year and the year before. But things change, innit? Those last 2 years, they were kind of in and around the title race for a bit and then fell off. This year, it don't really look like that's going to happen. It don't look like that's going to happen, let's be honest. It don't look like it's going to happen. I mean, yesterday, I personally thought Liverpool was going to win like 3-1 or 3-0. Like, I thought they were going to brush Wolves. And obviously, they were 2-0 up. And I wasn't even watching the game fully. You know, after they went 2-0 up, I wasn't even checking for the results. Just like, here we go. Obviously, great strike from Cunha. I ain't even seen the goal. I didn't watch Match of the Day over the weekend or nothing like that. I didn't watch any of the highlights except for the Arsenal game. So I didn't see the Cunha goal, but apparently it was a banger. And then Liverpool never had a shot on target in the second half of the Wolves game at Anfield. So that was surprising. But you know, I watched some of the fan reaction channels, um, and some of the live streams from Liverpool fans, and I was seeing a couple of them like getting worried. And I think it's just like the moments in the game. I don't think they're worried. Like maybe they are worried about the title, but like I said, I don't believe Arsenal were in it. So how can you be worried about that? Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I knew they were going to win. It was squeaky bum time, you know, for the last 20 minutes of the game. Wolves are huffing and puffing, but nothing was coming of it. Like, you know, for me, that is a champion's win. It is a champion's win. A lot of the Liverpool fans were nervous, obviously, before the end of the game. And then once the full-time whistle had blown, of course, they were celebrating. That's football. That's football, guys. That is football. It's the moments in football, innit? It's the moments in football. So yeah, for me, I just feel like let's congratulate Liverpool. Let's congratulate Liverpool. Because right now it's champions elect, innit? Let's be honest. Right now it's champions elect. Okay, so it's saying there's 1 or 2 people in here. So let me know who you are so I can big you up. Like I said, I'm going live directly through YouTube today. And I'm not sure what's going on. I know there's a few people live. There always is. There always is a few people live. So it's not directly a number thing like, oh, there's no one in the live, but I am trying to experiment to kind of see what platform kind of deals with me better, because that's something I can't kind of pinpoint at this moment in time. But yeah, mad weekend of football. Obviously, Moreno comes out of a mad brace that no one even thought was possible, but he did it. And of course, you know, when you talk about Moreno, you talk about his attributes in it. You talk about his height. You talk about the fact that he can head the ball and he's supposed to win duels and all this other stuff, you know. And maybe the midfield is too crowded for him. Maybe it is. People have been saying the same about Ethan Nwaneri, like it's too crowded in the middle. So when he's on the right wing, that he can isolate players and get into good positions. Let me just see, because I hope you're saying I'm private or nothing. Like I said, if there's anyone in the building, just let me know you're here, because I'm doing a bit of an experiment at the moment. Just looking on my phone. Give me a sec. Okie dokie. Yeah, so I don't think it's on private. Maybe everyone's just in a different live. That's all good though. Tino Pack God Destroyer. Let's go. Big yourself up, man. Big yourself up, bro. Hope you're well. Hit the like and all them thing there. Like I said, it's just an experiment thing. I'm just trying to change the settings of the stream on my phone. I'm trying to obviously come through the app directly instead of like Streamlabs or something else. So big up all the people, man. Big up all the people them. Like I said, what did you think of the weekend? What did you think of the weekend? So I was thinking of so you can't directly highlight the comments so they come up. You might actually be able to see this, but I don't know if they can. But yeah, man, big up the Pack God Destroyer. Thank you for passing through. Hit that like for me. But yeah, guys, daily views, man. Like, what is going on? Like, Man United lost yesterday. Tottenham finally got a win. I mean, before the game started, it was like, what, 13th and 14th? Something like that. That's wild, isn't it? That is actually wild when you think of them two clubs. And a lot of people still tune in because obviously it's Man United, Tottenham. But I think a lot of people were tuning in purely purely to see a madness in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Purely just to see someone collapse. And to be honest with you, I thought it was going to be a stinky game, like boring game, which it kind of was in the end, or it's going to be a very high scoring game. And it wasn't very high scoring game. It was quite boring. Let's be honest. You get me? But it was 1-0 to Spurs. They scored early. Madison. They had a few players back. You know, they were at home. You know, Man United had some chances as well. But watching that Man United team is like watching Arsenal, bro. That was so frustrating, bro. So frustrating. Xerxes doing one thing good and then losing the ball. Like, Garnash's terrible miss. Big up Mally, my bro. Hope you're well, man. Make sure you go and subscribe to Mally Talks AFCs in the building. I'm just going directly through YouTube today, so I don't know if you man can see the comments that I'm clicking on. I don't know if it works like some of the other software. So, like I said, it's like an experimental thing today, man. But what did you think of the football, man? Some mad results. Big up Tino Pack God again, Destroyer. Always here. Might be busy, but I support your chat. Okay. Low view streams. Yeah, well, I suppose it is low views at the moment. Like I said, I'm just doing the experimenting, going directly through YouTube because I wasn't able to on my phone for a while. Because when I first started doing live streams, it was on my phone. And all of the kind of notifications were getting sent out and people were frequenting the stream. But now all of a sudden it's like, I don't know. And I've been watching a few things lately where people are like, they've been shadow banned, and because I can't go live directly from my phone anymore. Like I'm live on YouTube now through the YouTube app, but it's on my laptop. So I'm just doing an experimental thing in it because I'm just trying to see if this YouTube app is going to help man a little bit, because all of the different software acts differently in it. So now when I'm clicking on someone's comment, you know, like normally on Streamlabs or StreamYard, like you can see the comment. I don't know if you man can see because it's not highlighting to me. But big up Mally again, big up Pack God, big up Waffle TV show in the building. Yeah, what is going on, man? I don't know if you can even see the comments or not, so you're gonna have to let me know. But hit the like on the way in. Obviously, I put subscriber mode on as well, just trying to experiment with the settings. Yeah, and like I said, man, I just had to take a day off yesterday, innit? I just had to clear my head, man, because bit of a wild weekend. Yeah, so I just had to take some time off, man. Just forget about YouTube for a day, man. But I thought I'd jump back on today and see where I've gone. And yeah, just try and do a bit of an experiment thing. Like the kids are at home, it's half term. So I've got that to contend with as well. Hope everyone's good. Please hit the likes for man. Like I said, I don't know if you can see when I highlight a comment, like Jesus Christ. You can tell I ain't been up long in it. But yeah, man. So man saying yo G, but I don't know if you can see like when I highlight the comment, whether it comes up on the screen or not. Not too many people coming true, so I don't know, man. I'm just trying to check. Listen, I'm not accusing YouTube of anything, but I've been watching a couple videos lately and they've been talking about SEO score and being shadow banned, and I'm like, raw, like, is this Instagram or something? Do you get me? I'm like, what's going on? What do you mean shadow banned? But then I got to start thinking, because as I was explaining to Abs, like when I first started going live off my phone, bro, like man was like, there was like 50 odd people in the live, bro, like daily, like at least for the first couple of streams, 1,000 views per stream, that kind of thing. Maybe because it's like new channel bounce or something, innit? You know, maybe they look at my channel after that and think, because like I said, after a while, when I go onto YouTube and try and go live directly through my phone, like I did the first time, it tells me I need to get more subscribers. You only need 50 subs to go live on YouTube, innit? And obviously I'm nearly on 300. So I'm like, well, what the hell's going on with that? Tried to contact YouTube. There's no direct way, or not that I've found anyway. Maybe I've got to go through the desktop. I also wanted to see, experiment if I could come on live and go live through YouTube off my desktop, which obviously I can. But yeah, the engagement's pretty much the same. So yeah, maybe I don't know, I gotta find one of those kind of people that check over your page, and they'll probably be able to see if it's shadow banned or not. Big up Mali saying no, I can't see the comment. That's what I'm saying, my bro. Like if I pin the message, it might come up in the comments after the stream. I'm not sure. It's all a bit mad, isn't it? It's all a bit mad. But obviously I had a whole day off yesterday. Yeah, I was having, yeah, just one of those days. But yeah, I did manage to see the game. I did manage to see Tottenham. I managed to see Liverpool as well. Well, a little bit of the Liverpool game, and then I kind of switched off after the 2-0 because I thought it was wrapped up. So then I went away, done some other shit with the kids, came back. It was 2-1, and it was about 10 minutes left. So when I went into like Hassam's stream and that, obviously he was nervous, Monts was nervous, big up Monts, big six Bants. They was all nervous. And I'm thinking, right, what's all this? Like, you man were 2-0 up, Salah stat padding again with the penalties, like Bob's your uncle sort of thing, you know? But apparently in the second half, they didn't even have a shot on target. I was like, raw. Because I was all touting Liverpool to brush them, bro. Let's be honest. I was touting Liverpool to brush them, bro. And, you know, when Liverpool play badly, it's like they don't bloody lose. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up Ian Wu. He's a mod on here. Usually frequents the channel quite a lot. Big him up. I know obviously it's a working day for most adults. You know, he was like playing like that, we're not gonna win, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, bro, like never once did I think they were gonna lose that game. Obviously, when it was 2-1 and I saw how nervous they were, I was thinking, oh, okay. I didn't even switch the game back on. I was trying to do, you know, the reverse psychology. I didn't even switch the game back on, bro. I just turned it off, you know, like, oh. And I've done that with Arsenal bare times. I'll put the Arsenal game on, 10 minutes in the game, we're playing shit, giving the ball away, just playing shit. You know, you can look at the team and tell, we're not banging today. Get me, the other team's all over us. And I think maybe it's me because I'm watching, so I'll turn it off. I'll come back an hour later, we're 3-1 up. You know, like things like that. I don't know what it is, mate. Like when I used to do music, yeah, my MC name was Dilemma, innit? You know, like, because always got a grey cloud over the head. So yeah, maybe my viewpoint in life is a bit more pessimistic than the average person, you know, like that. So so when I think to myself, when I'm looking at this shit and I'm watching, it's like, damn, man. It's like when I don't watch the team, it's like they do all right. Not all the time, but most of the time. Waffle saying, what's this only channel? Subscribers of 1 minute or longer. Yeah, when you do subscribers only mode, you can set it for 5 minutes, 1 minute. Like you can set it for what I think I didn't even change it, so I'm not sure. But yeah, when you put subscriber mode only, you can obviously put how long they've got to wait before they can drop a comment. I think that's what that's about. But yeah, mid-table United. I can't even call them mid-table United, bruv. These men started in 14th and 15th or something like that. Now Tottenham got the 3 points, so I ain't even checked the table. I ain't even checked the table. I got to do it off my phone because I don't think you can share the screen and all that crap directly through the YouTube app, people them. So, and then I all got some pictures to do a flipping thumbnail, and there was nowhere well, I didn't find it anyway. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a boomer. The tech thing, it's not really me. No sympathy for Arsenal over injury crisis. That's come from Gary Neville. Are you surprised? I don't even know why they let this dickhead talk on my team, innit? Like, you're a Manchester guy through and through, so it's gonna be biased. There's never gonna be no real genuine honesty from Gary Neville. Like, talking on my team, bro. Ref watch, Konate right to avoid red. I don't personally think so. I think Konate has been very dirty this season in plenty of different games, and it don't get called out. But it is what it is, isn't it? Listen, I'm not like these other Arsenal fans. I don't really get onto the refs. Like they're rubbish, innit? They're rubbish. They're rubbish for everyone. But there needs to be some sort of consistency in it. But like I said, Man United Tottenham, that game is like it's keeping Ange in a job. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's what I was gonna check in it, the table. Mid-table United, bro. I can't even call them mid-table United no more because they're not even mid-table. They're 15th. Tottenham are now up to 12th. So they're gonna feel like they actually did. When I was seeing expressions yesterday, these man was gassed. My man was out of breath. Like these man were gassed. You get me? I think Spurs have beaten United 3 times this season. 3 times, bro. But now, they're now up to 12th. 4 points behind Brentford, equal points with Crystal Palace, equal points with Everton. But then saying that, bro, saying that, Man United have on 29 points, so it's only 1 point difference. So both of these teams, if they could actually notch some wins, they could dramatically climb up the table. How many wins has Ruben Amorim had, or Ruben Interim? How many wins has he had since he's actually been at United? Because his form is terrible at the moment. I know obviously they're going to probably give him time and at least let him buy his players and all that. But there is questions that you need to ask about Ruben Interim, bro. And listen, I rate him as a coach, innit? But like I said, man, football is a what have you done for me lately kind of thing, innit? It's not all this sentiment, all this other stuff. You get me? You know, at the end of the day, you need to be getting a little bit more out of these players, Ruben, innit? Let's be honest. Get some more out of these players, bro. Like, man, I know we're not expecting you to do miracles. We're not expecting you to be winning the league, but we're not expecting you to be getting brushed all of the time, bro. Just little questions. Like, you play Mainu in the 9, then the next game you play him in the 10. You've been screaming out like, oh, we ain't got a left wing back. We're having to play Dallo there and this, that, and the third. And so they go and get you a left wing back. It might not be the one you wanted, but I've watched Dorgo a couple of times and he's all right. He's not like pulling up trees, but he ain't shit either. And I think he'd do a lot better on his natural side. He's playing him right wing back. Like, what going for that? Then, even when the commentators were saying it in the Leicester game, like, you've screamed out for a left wing back to go and play him at right wing back. Like, what? That's an Arteta move, isn't it? Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Then I thought after that Leicester game, they might even just put him left wing back and just let man play more naturally. And where was he? Right wing back again. Like, it's mad. It's crazy to me, guys. Like, what is he? Like, what is this, bro? If you want someone for the right, you got to buy a left footer. Like, them things there is crazy to me, bro. So, you know, at this point in time, I'm looking at Amarim like, whatever you're getting is what you're getting. Then he's coming out in the paper saying, you know, I've got a really hard job. Well, you're making it. It's like Arteta. You're making it harder than it needs to be. Natural players on natural sides. Like, what's wrong with that? Natural players who play a certain position in their position. What's wrong with that? Couple more comments. United have finished. I used to put Talk Sport in the car. Teams would always score against us, so lock that off. Yeah, everyone's gonna have their own experience with that, innit? You know, I always thought every time I watched, like, the team looks rubbish, we're playing bad football, you know, they're looking nervous, they're giving away the ball. Then when I turn it off and come back, we're winning the game. Or we're losing the game 1-0. We concede a goal early. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to sit through this for the whole game stressing. I'll turn it off. I'll come back like with 10 minutes to go and we're winning the game. Do you know how much time that happened to me last season? All to the point, it happened to me about 15 times, all to the point where I'm thinking I can't even watch games anymore. Because if I watch the game, I'm jinxing the man then. Because when I don't watch them, they perform. But when I watch them, it's like, what the fuck am I watching? Man City in disguise. Like, Waffle Neville's a hater, man. Yeah, he's not. He's a Manchester guy, innit? I don't like him talking on my team, bro. He's never same for Carragher, bro. They're never honest, innit? Like, don't talk on my team, bro. Like, you know. And the thing is, these man, as much as they're just like little commentators and that, their words actually carry weight. There's a lot of people that follow the rubbish that they say, innit? They got Waffle, X called man, Lubin Amarim. bro. Yeah, bare different mad names. Bare different mad names, bro. By the end of the day, you're looking at it like, what? Why did it take so long to make a substitution? The man them's not doing nothing up front, and you've got Chido Obi on the bench, and you don't try and use him. At the end of the day, like, this is the situation that you lot are in. The same as Arsenal. We could have had Chido on the bench. He could have been playing instead of having to put Moreno on. But guess what? We don't play. We don't pay the same wages like United, and really and truly, these youngsters were leaving us because there's no way to the first team. Even when Yeri and Skelly are struggling to really hold down their position, Skelly a little bit more, but that's out of necessity. And these men have saved his job, in my opinion. These men are getting played out of necessity, because if Marino was really that guy, and don't get me wrong, a brace, 2 very good goals. The second one finished very well for someone of his ilk. Even he come out and said, I was surprised, I'm not a striker. He don't even expect to be getting a long run in that position. But of course, Arsenal fans, you saw them after, bro. You saw them after on AFT, bro. This is what I got mad about. Because I know what it is, bro. I know what it is. But yeah, Amarim's under pressure. Amarim is under big pressure because, like I said, how many games has he actually won? Is it 2 or 3 games since he's been in charge, and the rest is either draws or losses? That's wild. That is actually wild. Like, you know, and of course they're fed up of sacking managers, but they will. Like, the thing with Man United is they will. Like, if Amarim keeps losing like this and all that, they will sack him, innit? It'll probably be next season, because that's going to be the talk. Like, he hasn't been backed. He hasn't had no players in, barring Dorgu and a couple of youngsters. So they're going to need to back him, innit? They're going to need to back him. These kids are so flipping noisy. But I told them I go live as well, but nobody cares, innit? Nobody loves me. You get me? Nobody cares. Big up Mali. Yes, mad. It is mad, bro. It is mad. The same for Ange. That win would have saved him his job. You know, Tottenham fans, oh, we're in 12th now. It's 1 point to being back where you was. That's how the league's a bit mad. It's definitely been a bit of a farmers league this year, no doubt. No doubt. I see big up Fam Zone. I see Just D done a video literally minutes ago, talking about this whole Top Gooner thing. Almost like he saw me and Waffle's argument, you know, like that. Yeah, but big up Waffle anyway, man. It's all good. I didn't post it myself though, because yeah, the more I look at it, it just kind of vexes me, to be honest. And I was getting a few calls and that, and I was like, oh, what's all this? And I'm just like, nah, it's cool, we're cool, blah blah blah. You get me? But I did want to talk about it because obviously people, he's talking about it's an insult and this, that, and the third. I mean, I suppose you can take it that way, but I get called toxic negative all the time. That's just my stance on Arsenal, innit? I don't directly think it's an insult. It's my stance on Arsenal. You see what I'm saying? Now, obviously, me and Waffle have spoken. We're cool. You get me? But I don't really like to do this internet badman thing, innit? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's why I just had to take a day off yesterday. Like, there's no animosity. He's in, I don't know, he might be in the chat now. We're blessed, innit? It's not, we spoke straight after. You get me? But yeah, bro, I just had to have a break because I was having people ringing me like, rah, rah, rah. Like, and I said, it's not crash out time, innit? Like, because people have seen my videos and they know what man's on. But at the same time, I said, no, we're bros, innit? We just had a little argument, but it gets that heated, bro. It really does get that heated, innit? But I want to talk about it because is it really an insult, bro? It's your stance on your football club, innit? It's your stance on your football club, bro. I see Justy's video, he's saying, like, I never believe I'm going to lose in life. Like, that's all well and good. I understand that logic completely. But there's a difference of having that mentality and then just swallowing up whatever the club puts out. I'm not even saying fucking pause. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a different reality in that. And like I said, if you're a top gooner, then that's what it is, isn't it? That's your stand on the club. Like, no matter what it is, you're going to support through thick and thin. Look at that Hotspur hippie guy. You know, that's what he basically said. Load of them say that they're going to support, but I'm trying to understand the viewpoint in it. Like, you don't ever think you're going to lose in life. I understand that, bro. But this is something that's out of your control. This is something that you're not directly controlling yourself. It's other people. So whether you want to put your confidence in them other people, because that's basically what we're all doing. These are the people hired to run the club and do their job and all the rest of it. And we just got to trust what they're doing. But we're not family. We're not friends. We don't even earn the same kind of money. So if I see something that I think's finicky, I'm going to call that out, innit? Oh, you're negative. You don't support the club. That's what I get called all the time. I don't take it as an insult. That's my stance on the club, innit? You know what I mean? So really and truly, you just got to be able to think for yourself. I understand that logic. From you, like you win in life, or you think that you win in life. You never think that you're gonna lose. You never think whatever you're gonna do is fugazi. I hear that. I hear that. But this ain't something that we control as individuals. That's why it gets questioned. That's why if someone just follows blindly, that's why they need to be questioned. If someone's always negative, like myself, then you can question that, innit? Like, why? And then I will tell you why. But this seems to be like the topic that's going round at the moment. Do you get it? The topic that's going round at the moment. Big up Mally. He said, yeah, I saw that video. Viewz, you're a top gooner, bro. Oh, you can't even call me a top gooner, bro. I'm toxic negative, bro. That's my stance on the club. I don't take that as an insult. Do you get me? That's my stance on the club, man. But it's people in it. It's people in their feelings. It's emotions running high. This is where the club has brought us to, bro. This is where the club has brought us to. And it got like that from the Wenger days, because I don't ever remember that before. I was old enough to remember, or young enough, whatever, however you want to put it, to remember Bruce Rioch, but barely. Like, I didn't attend any of the games or nothing like that. I was too young. I started going when Graham was in charge. And then, of course, Wenger in the early days. There was nothing like this, bro. Absolutely nothing. And then when the whole Wenger was acting like he's doing up FFP and PSR before it was even a thing, giving us all these excuses about money and all this other crap. Do you know what I'm saying? That's when we got the whole Wenger in, Wenger out, and it really got smoky at the ground. There was fans fighting, and it feels like we're getting back to that now. Obviously, you've got the standards police that want to police how other people support. You can't do that. But when I hear your point of views, you're either a top gooner or you're toxic negative, bro. Like, that's the categories that we're in. Like, I went on Never a Foul, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of in the middle, because I kind of understand that Arteta's a rookie, and I know that I didn't want him to begin with, but he's had a couple of good years, and it looks like he might be able to do a thing. I got told, no, you can't be in the middle, G. You're one or the other. So I was like, well, I guess I'm negative then. That's not an insult, bruv. Not for me. That is your standpoint on the club. And then you got to ask yourself why. People will say to me, why? Why are you a negative gooner? Why are you toxic negative? I'll tell you why. Because I'm fed up of my club having no standards, bruv. I'm fed up of my club charging top dollar, and the quality is not top dollar quality, bruv. That's what I'm sick of. I'm sick of my club having no ambition. I'm sick of seeing the best players always leave my club and come out and say that the club has no ambition. I know that my club makes a whole heap of money, but acts like they don't. And there's always a reason for them to charge the fans for something. I'm a toxic negative because I was caught up in that time where Arsenal actually did win things and challenge yearly and challenge the best manager that the Premier League has seen. You get me? And the best team maybe in Man United at the time. I see us go invincible. I see us do doubles. So now when I'm seeing us like moving like we're Leeds or something, that's why I'm fed up of it, because you know I've been around since the Cronkies first come into this club. I've seen man like David Dean leave my club. Someone that, would Wenger have even had the success that he did if David Dean weren't there? He's a real Arsenal man, a real football man. That's why I'm toxic negative, because I was caught up in the whole, no, we're gonna actually try and be better. We were challenging when we was at Highbury. We were challenging. We was winning stuff. We was actually probably doing better in the Champions League than what we're doing now. So what do we move for? If we're not going to try and push on, and you told us that we're going to compete with Madrid and Bayern and all them other things there, and we just haven't. We just haven't at all. We actually was buying more star power when we was in the Europa League. Make that make sense? You see what I'm saying? Where's the world-class players, bro? We've been in the Champions League a couple of years. Where's the world-class players, bro? Last season in the summer, Calafiori, the wrong Norbert Neto, Meg de Sterling, and the Spanish Earthworm Jim. I don't care if you got a brace, you're still the Spanish Earthworm Jim in it until further notice, bro. We got those players in, and that's meant to be Champions League quality, bro. That's what we're doing. In 2025, you look at our bench and it's bird shit all over it. Bare defenders, bare kids, no attacking options. And then they just outright refuse Ray Charles the whole of January, bro. How negligent is that? Especially on the players. And now the players are just falling down. Look, they just come back from Dubai. Look at Declan Rice in that Leicester game, bro. He looked knackered, fam. Ain't they meant to be going to recharge their batteries? He looked absolutely knackered, bro. And then again, Mikel Arteta playing him over on the left side, expecting him to do things that he's not really, that's not his game. Just like what Ruben Amorim's doing, just like what Pep Guardiola's doing, all of this tinkering, all of this stupidness. Wild, bro. Big up Mali Talks. Make sure you go and subscribe. Make sure you go and subscribe to Waffle TV Show. A couple of people that are in the building. Like I'm saying, man, the numbers are not numbering, man. I think Hooks was live. I know there was a few people live. I didn't check it. I just kind of came on. Big up Mali Talks again. When are you going back on NAF? I don't think I will, bro. I don't think I will. Not to say that I don't want to, but I don't know. I don't think I'm welcome over there, to be honest with you. A couple of times I weren't able to go on the show, and Cass got pissy with man, and I ain't really spoken to him since, bro. Let's just keep it all the way a buck, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, we've got to do our own thing over here, bruv. That's what it looks like. That's why for the few people that support, man, I rate you in it. I big it up. You get me? When I start dashing out the link, jump on. Like, come and chat with man, innit? For the people that rate the ting, support, innit? Show man some love. If you don't rate the ting, don't be it. But yeah. Mad weekend, man. Mad weekend. But Man United fans are calling for Amorim to go. What do you think about that? Do you think Amorim should be doing better? Do you think people are right to start questioning what Amorim's doing right now? As for Arsenal, we got West Ham next. Obviously, we're at the Emirates. But the team picks itself. Everyone's talking about what team would you play. It picks itself. The only decision you got to make is whether you're going to play Meg de Sterling, Meg Griffin, or whether you're going to play the Spanish Earthworm Jim, bro. I've heard some good points being made. He came on when the game was stretched. Like, if he starts the game and the other team's energized and they're not knackered and the game ain't stretched and they're doing up low block, is Marino going to be the guy to break that down? I don't know. Like I said, I got it wrong. I didn't even think about a score a goal as a striker, bro. He scored 2 of them. So these are the questions that we got to ask. But in terms of team selection, like, it picks itself. Really. I didn't think Trossard was particularly good, but there ain't no one else. It's either him or Meg de Sterling. Ethan's got to stay on the right. So then you got to choose who goes through the middle. Big up Mali. People that are questioning Ruben understand football. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Look at Slot. He's a competent coach, bro. I was literally rating Ruben when Man United got him. I was jealous, like, raw. Why didn't we sack Arteta and get? But now when I'm watching some of your decisions, my bro, I'm looking at it like, raw. What are you doing? Calling out for a left back to go and get a left wing back, sorry, and then play him at right wing back. Like, please make it make sense. The guy looks. He don't even look comfortable there. Big up Mali again. Ruben knows what he was walking into. Well, I've heard some people say maybe he didn't. Maybe maybe he thought he knew what he was walking into. And it was, you get me, is a lot worse than what he thought. You know, the stadium's leaking, the players are dead. But at the end of the day, if you're a top coach, bro, you know, Arteta, the whole club, whether it's Arteta or the Cronkies or Garlic or whoever's doing this whole shit, bro, because we don't know, yeah. Whoever said no, computer says no, yeah. Whoever said no to us getting help for our players in January, outright negligence in it. They should just be sacked on the spot. You know what I mean? Sacked on the spot. Sacked on the spot. It's just negligence. And I feel like it's the same with United, but United have obviously, they're hiding behind this whole PSR thing. But I suppose with them, like, what did they say Eric Ten Hag spent in his 2 years, 2.5 years, like 500 to 600 million? That's in like 2.5 years. Arteta's been here for 5 years and he spent, the number keeps changing. 1 minute is 700, then it's 750, then it's 800. Let's just go with the most exaggerated. Say it's 800. That's only 200 million more than Eric Ten Hag in like 3 years more time. So maybe Ten Hag did fuck up the financials at United. I don't know. I'm also hearing talk that this whole Declan Rice thing, we're still paying off that transfer, and that could then affect us for the next 2 windows or the next 2 calendar years. Like, if things like that are going to happen, then don't make those kind of signings, bro, if you can't deal with it. And to be honest, it's rubbish, because of course we can. We could have paid that outright. But this is the Arsenal. Aston Villa wanted 60 million for Watkins. We need a striker. He ticks all of the boxes. Premier League, this, that, and the third. Good age. Just come off a 19-goal season the year before. Already got more goals in the league than Havertz this year. Like, what's man talking about? And then you turn up with like 40 million, and not even 40 million up front. Not even 40 million up front. Like, oh, you know, I think here's 17 million and we'll give you 37 and then stuff. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bruv? Turning up with coupons, bruv, each and every time. And we've dropped 18 different drops of merch this year, bro. You should check the money that we make on a match day. Villa was throwing that's what we got to wait for. We're not going there saying, look, here's the money, we're prizing him away from you. No, we're is it all right if we talk to your player? You know, we weren't getting encouraging messages. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Moving like simps, bro. If you want this thing, go and do this thing, innit? Ruben knows. Oh yeah, I read that one. Now he needs to coach. All right, fair play. I mean, to be honest with you, like, yeah, you would have thought, boy, looking at their results, this, that, and the third, but maybe you're right. Maybe you did, but I'm looking at it like, well, you're doing so badly. Maybe you didn't. Like, the building's falling down, the players are dead. Like, you know what I mean? There's no money, which is bollocks. But I don't know. Big club like Man United. The thing is, look at the summer they just had last summer, though. I was jealous of the players, that not the quality of the players, but the numbers of the players. The same for West Ham. They were just buying out the bar. And we're sitting there acting like we don't get paid till next week. Do you know what I'm saying? Waiting for someone to buy us a drink. Disgusting, man. Big up Mali talks again. Thomas Tuchel proved to the whole league. Yeah, coaching his bruvs. Not even that. Not even going back with right now. Arne Slot is proving. Maresca is proving, all right, they fell off a bit, but look where they were. We were talking about them finishing 11th and 12th last year, mid-table. But now you're talking about Chelsea in a top 4 fight. So there is progression there. Not to say that that's the whole ins and outs, because I hate that word and I hate what it stands for. Like, oh, it's progression, so it's all right. It's not all right. It's not all right. It's not all right to not buy nobody in January, not even loans. Do you think that's cool to run your players into the ground like that? They're all limping about. They haven't looked like they've just come back from Dubai, or they have, but they look jet lagged, bro. Bare injuries, bro. And then I've heard some people arguing like, oh, no, of course you need to make them train in Dubai. This ain't a holiday. Well, it needed to be a holiday because they never got no help. If we got like 4 or 5 players in, which they weren't going to do in January, but even if we done what Man City done and got what 3 in, did they get 3 or 4? I think it was 3. Then go and do your. But when your squad is dropping like flies, yeah. When you refuse to get any extra staff to come and help these men out, then you want to take them to warm weather and then do intense training. If that was me, I wouldn't even have made them train, bro. Or we would have been doing very light, like crosses into the box, maybe a bit of shooting practice, very light, bro. Some passing drills. And people are saying, what, you're going to give them a holiday? Well, what other help are they going to get in this season? What other help are they going to get? No help. Ran into the ground, games every 3 days, you know, as much as that's why I'm pissed off, because like I said, I would have rather us go far in the cups and maybe suffered in the league. I don't like, people are really like, oh, they'd rather finish second than win something, bro. Because that shows progression. That is rubbish to me, bro. But here's where we are, guys. We're not even in the cups. Thank God anyway, because this squad couldn't handle that. This squad could not handle that. Let's be honest. There's no way the squad would be at handle still being in the cups now. And if we were in them, then I'd say you need to go all out for those cups and forget the League of the Champions. We've never won the Champions League. Yes, it's the cup competition. But there's real Arsenal fans out there like, yeah, we can win it. Like, what gives you any confidence to say that? We've got to the final once and we bottled it. We should have won that game and we bottled it, just like we do all the time. That's why I'm a toxic negative. One final. Spurs have had the same. We can't even better that. In all of our years. All of the money we make. All of the money we waste. Let's be honest. Let's talk about this summer war chest, bro. Because where are we getting the money for that? We're still paying off Declan Rice. We've got Kivior and Zinchenko. They're the only 2 players that we can try and get money for. How much do you think we can get for both of them combined? Kivior and Zinchenko. Because bearing in mind, Neto's alone, Sterling's alone, they're both going back. No money. Then we got Jorginho, Partey, and Kieran Tierney all leaving for free. No money. So out of 7 players, there's only 2 that we can get money for. So please somebody tell me how much money combined, forget singly, how much money would we get for Kivior and Zinchenko realistically right now? Big up Mali Talks AFC saying at least 25 million for the both of them, bro. When really and truly, you'd be trying to look for 20 to 25 each. Of course, we don't get that. But you see how Chelsea sell players, right? So some of those problems that was plaguing us back in the day are still the same problems now. We've got players on buffed out wages that they shouldn't be on. And now we're having problems moving them on. Not only that, but they're injury prone as well. You've got players that you wasted 40, 50 million on, and now we've outgrown them. In 2 years, we're talking about sending them off. And what money are we getting back for them? Like, that's bad business, guys. Kai Havertz on the money he's on, bad business. Odegaard on 240 a week, bad business. Gabriel James 260 a week, bad business. Martinelli 180 a week, bad business. What has he done for that? And not only that, there's now talk that he might get a new deal. More money for messing up our attack left, right, and center. You can't even lift your head up. Man's about to get more money. Like, when I say money laundering and human trafficking, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is exactly what I'm talking about. How on earth is this guy getting a new deal? Based on what? Can someone tell me? Because I'm baffled, guys. Then I hear the argument, look where we was getting battered. Look at the team we had. Like, we're Arsenal Football Club. If you're a competent coach with the kind of budget that we've got, You're telling me you can't get into the top four? Because that seems to be the only goal. That's the only time we spent money to get into the top four, to get into the Champions League. Well, here we are. Here we are, fuckers. And what are we doing? What quality have we brought in? How many finals have we been to? You know, how much more time do you want to give this guy? There's that as well. How much more time do you want to give him? We need to be patient. That's what I keep getting told. It's been 5 years. That's half a decade, bro, in football. Half a decade, bro. Do you think the game stands still? Do you think all the other teams are stood still? Or are they not trying to improve year in, year out? But ever since 22-23, ever since we bottled that league, the club hasn't tried, in my opinion. Oh, we got Declan Rice. That was a year too late. And if getting Declan Rice and playing him out of position is then going to affect us in the future windows where we need to keep maximizing, as Arteta said, then why did we bother? You don't want to play him in his best position. He's a 6 at the end of the day. You don't want to play him there. You keep asking players to do stuff that's outside their wheelhouse. And you're getting very lucky. That whole Moreno thing was just bare luck, bro. Papering over the cracks, bro. That is facts. I'm not the only one to say either. So miss me with all of that, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's just papering over the cracks, bro. West Ham's going to be a harder game. Nottingham Forest is going to be a harder game still. Chelsea, yeah, we're at the Emirates, but like, we need to be on point in that. We need to be taking whatever chances that we create. And then who are we going to have up front? So like I said, you know, what's Arteta going to do? Is Moreno good enough to break a low block from the beginning? These are the questions we got to ask ourselves, innit? These are the questions we got to ask ourselves, man. Because we ain't got no help. And like I said, you know, I was like, well, at this point in time, we're that starving. We need, you know, imagine a school, bruv, yeah? Imagine a school, yeah? Say 2 or 3 teachers, or even just one teacher, yeah? Because remember that one teacher's probably doing how many lessons, teaching how many students that day, right? So imagine the teacher can't make it into work and the school turning down a substitute teacher. Like, they've got no one else to come in and do their thing. What are you going to do? Just leave the kids unattended or let them just wander around the school? They ain't got a lesson no more. No. What do? They get a substitute in. They get a sub. No one cares about the real quality of that sub because they're there to fill a gap for that moment. They're not going to turn down a substitute in it to come in and look after these kids. But with Arsenal, you know, we ain't going to, you know, we ain't even going to look on the free market. Well, you've just refused to use the market, even to bring back players, because you can only do that in the transfer window. I never knew that. You can only do that in the transfer window. Not to say that I wanted these players back, but let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. We need bodies. So even if it was Fabi Vieira, even if it was Reece Nelson, even some of the youngsters, that Maldini that was on the bench not long ago for Arsenal, the youngster, he's on loan now. So we're still sending more bodies out in January rather than bringing them in. If you knew you weren't going to pay big transfer fees and you was only going to need maybe some stopgaps, then why didn't you not prepare for that? Why did you not prepare for that? Sorry, bear with me a minute, because I know this thing's going to try and turn on and make up bear sound. Why did you not prepare for that? Loans, stopgaps. Tottenham just got told there's no option to buy. There's no option to buy. 1 minute, let me turn this thing off because something's come up. It's going to start making up noise. I don't need any of that. Yeah, they've just got told there's no option to buy. So why couldn't we have got a loan deal? Marlon, Asensio. Look at the type of January that Aston Villa had. Apparently, it's so difficult, though, isn't it? It's not. These guys never had no intention of doing that. But how can you be so negligent towards your players? Does Arteta not even like them or something? That's the club's moving like they don't even like their employees, bro. Fuck them. Let them drown. That's how the club's moving right now, guys. even if you weren't planning to do anything in January, when you start seeing the injuries and the fact that, you know, they are part of the game, people pick it up at any given moment. You know, the season's been mad, the form hasn't been where it has been. The same for Liverpool. Liverpool fans should be kicking off right now. How have you not backed this guy? Big up Mally Talks AFC. Am I the only one that thinks surely there's a physical Prem ready striker in the academy? Bro, Cheeto, bruv. But he wanted more money. I mean, you probably could have got around that. The main reason that these guys were leaving is because there's no route to the first team. Look at before. Look at when Odegaard was out. You got Wanyeri right there, bro, and you didn't use him. You don't trust him. The club brought in Meg Griffin. We don't trust him. He's not good enough. And then when he does get the opportunity, look what he does, bro. Look what he does. Everyone was booing him. I'm 50-50 with that. Because I feel sorry for him. Like, we know he's dead. He's a lone player anyway. Like, why even waste the time booing him? But at the same time, we booed the Boué. I don't know if you guys remember that. I felt sorry for him then, and I got to slap myself. Like, these guys are millionaires, bro. Like, what do you mean you're feeling sorry for them? This is what they get paid the big bucks for. Arsenal, Sentimental FC, it's all about putting an arm around the shoulder. Let's look after them. Let's take them from 5 to 17, 18, 19, and then sell them to another club. Don't even make no money on them and stuff. Like, we've been practicing bad business for a long time, bro. That's why I'm toxic negative. Because I've seen the excuses. I've seen the lack of quality coming to this club all the time. I've seen Arsenal doing up haggle every single transfer window, bro. There's not been one transfer window I can remember that I've actually been satisfied with, where we've got everything we need. Not one. 5 people in here. Could anyone let me know? Any transfer window, please. Big up AFC always is everywhere. Definitely everywhere, my bro. Hope you're well today, man. Big up. But no, Mally, you're not like, I think Cheeto was there. There's another guy apparently as well. I forget his name. Like a Redskin guy. Looks a little bit coolie. I forget his name. He's doing quite well as well. You know, and then I heard that Arsenal trying to petition the league to get Max Bowman to play for the adult team. He's only just turned 15. Like, this is the situation we're in 2025. So what process are we following, bro? What part of the process is this? So you've got fans like me that's growing up seeing my team do stuff and want to see my team win, that's actually got some standards. We get called toxic negative. Cool. I don't take that as an insult. That's my stance on the club. Then you've got people that just blindly follow whatever this club say. They get called top gooners. That's just what it is. Top Reds. They've got it for bare other clubs. People can take it as an insult. People can mean it as an insult, but it's not an insult. That is the stance on your club, innit? And like I said, if you can explain why you're like that, then no one can begrudge you for having that stance on your club. That's all it is, man. Big up AFC again. How did we lose to this Man United team with 10 men? Embarrassing, bro. Like I said, man, I'm trying to click on the comments because I'm going directly through YouTube today. And yeah, it doesn't show up on the screen. So I do apologize for that. Please hit the likes for me, gang. But yeah, how did we lose to that team, bro? How did we lose to that team? Tottenham had Vicario back. Who else did? Madison came back. Is it Odin? What's his name? Obear or whatever. They had a few players back in it. And they actually played better in the game than Man United. But they were still struggling, Tottenham. Like, Man United had opportunities to equalize in that game. Like Xerxes, bro. Like, my God. It's so frustrating to watch. Like, you go past the player, you do like a nice trick to get past the player, and then you just give away the ball, bro. Like, if I'd be Man United fans, should be going mad, bro. Because I look at Xerxes and I think, there might be a player there, bro, but you're not a striker, bro. Like, I think he should be like maybe in the attacking hole or like a ball carrier. But he needs to work on his passing, bro. Because he'll half turn, he'll do like a nice little trick, get past someone, and then give away the ball. Mad frustrating to watch. Garnachas getting into big positions, bro, and couldn't shoot in a condom, just like Martin Odegaard, bro. These guys they're millionaires, and you can't kick a ball. It's embarrassing. Man United is it to go out to them. Newcastle was embarrassing, but at least Newcastle's got a decent, a respected team in it. They've actually built up a good nucleus. They're still, I feel like maybe they need to sort out their defense, maybe another midfielder, and then I feel like they're really got a challenging team. They've got a respected team. Like their squad, maybe not so much, but their squad is better in terms of depth than our squad, I think. Do you know what I mean? But they're more respected, bro. They got Isak, they got Gordon, they got Gamara. They're more respected. They're not playing like mid-table United. They're more respected, but it was still embarrassing to go out the way that we went out to them, getting boxed off the park. But Man United was even worse. The worst Man United team in God knows how long I've ever seen, bro. And they were down to 10 men, and we were at home, and we can't go through. Mikel Arteta should have been sacked after that, in my opinion. But the players had their head in Dubai, because I fully believe that Dubai trip was booked after the first Newcastle. So in your mind, you're planning to go out of the cups. Or in your mind, it's not that deep. You're worrying about your itinerary. You're worried about what SPF you need to get. You're worried about going to reserve your lounges, towels on lounges. Like, what are we doing? And they're only human. They're probably looking around like, oh shit, we've got to January now. We've been working fucking all the hours straight up until now. We're knackered. We need a break. They must bring in some more staff now. And then they don't. You got to remember, this is just a job for a lot of these players. Imagine that. They get to January, they're thinking, because of course that's going to G you up. It's going to G you up. When you used to play football, any level, did you want to play with the shit players or the good players? Do you know what I mean? Because when I was playing ball, that's what it was about. It wasn't about the money or any other of this crap. There wasn't even money in it. Yeah, even when you was at school, the best players get picked first. The worst players are standing there till the end of the pick. So these players are going to want to see someone come in, someone to freshen things up. Why didn't Arsenal get Kvaratskhelia? Don't know. 60 million could have easily afforded that. Why didn't we get Marmoush? Just under 60 million could have easily afforded that. He's now only one goal behind Moreno. Imagine that. He's probably got more goals than the bare of our players, and he's played what, 2-3 games. Him scoring a hat-trick doesn't surprise me. He's a quality player. That's what you expect of those kind of players. That's why you go and buy him. It's not FIFA. Well, actually, it fucking is, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because the biggest teams play FIFA, bro. Why has Real Madrid got Galacticos? When you look at the biggest team, they've got the world's best players. Why is that? And not only that, they don't just stop spending. Oh, we bought a world-class player now. Like, that's us. We're tapping out, you know? We're at the strip club running out of ones. Oh shit, I'm going a bit low. I've got to go home. Nah, bruv. Because ballers ball out. That's it. You think Bayern Munich don't keep spending money? You think Real Madrid don't keep spending? They won a treble last year. And Ancelotti's like 50-50 in his job. But Arteta wins a couple of games. He ain't won nothing. He walked into the FA Cup, just about won that with other people's teams. And now he's built his own team. What has he won? Absolutely nothing, bro. And you man are acting like he's Ancelotti. Some of you that wouldn't even take Ancelotti. Bugging out. Who would you get? There's no one better. Bro, anyone, bro. Who was rating Slot before he come? Who was saying, oh, you got to watch out for Maresca, you know? He's going to do a madness. Or you got to watch out for Nuno at Forest. He's going to do a madness. Watch out for Frank. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're a competent coach, coach. Arteta was the coach to begin with. Now you're the manager, and it's no surprise that people have left the club. I didn't rate Edu, but there's obviously something going on. Big up AFC again, my bro. Our performance at the weekend was shocking. Agreed. What were they really doing in Dubai? What were they doing, bro? They weren't training all the time. They weren't doing that. Man's got, Benny Blanco coming back looking red like the Arsenal top. You know what I mean? Like, what were they doing? And to be honest, like you've got to think hindsight, bro. Liverpool never got Slot never got backed. They haven't had a Dubai trip. So Slot has to sit there and look at things and say, boy, I'm in the final of the Carabao Cup. That's why he done a mad switcheroo in the FA Cup against Plymouth. They should have won that game, by the way. It's no excuses because the players they had on the pitch should be good enough to beat Plymouth. But that's what they did because they ain't got no other choice. Slot hasn't been backed. Have you heard Slot coming out saying we're short or complaining? A little bit about the referees, but he's a competent coach. So he's just been getting the job done. He's actually got an extra 5% out of some of these players. You can see the difference in how this Liverpool team plays and how Klopp's team played. Liverpool fans were doing emergency meetings when they got Slot. So don't tell me there's nobody out there, bro. Don't tell me that. Because none of you knew who this guy was, bro. But bare minimum knew who this guy was. And look what he's doing, bro. About to moonwalk the league. Embarrassing. Arteta should be embarrassed, bro. Pep, all these man, everyone should be embarrassed. But Pep's got credit in the bank. That's a bit of a different thing. But for all the coaches in the league, like this guy coming in and just taking the piss. Big up AFC again. Individual brilliance is what won Arteta the FA Cup. Yep. And that was Aubameyang, who he was so, hell bent on getting rid of. So hell bent on getting rid of. When have we even had a player of that quality again since he's gone? And this is always the case. With Wenger, he would never do that to a quality player. He knew how to manage those kind of players. Wenger had his own different problems, acting like the money was literally his. Like, if I spend 50 million, I'm going to be broke. Like, no, bro. Do you know what I mean? That was different set of circumstances. With Arteta, even as a player, he was timid and pragmatic and safe. And that's the identity you're trying to give this team now. Because from 22, 23 to 25 now, we look like a totally different team, bro, with the same players, more or less. His treatment of Kieran Tierney is disgusting. It's disgusting. And again, 3 players about to leave, we're going to get no money for whatsoever. And you know me, I go on my tangents, bro. I brought up the free agent list because you're not even trying to look at it. When I was talking about the teachers and the sub teachers and that, you're just refusing to look. Like, you're just going to leave the kids to mash up the classroom and just do what they want. And because he outright refused, and then he changed his tune, I think a couple of days later, saying, oh yeah, we might be open to the free market. And then when you look at other Arsenal fans, they're like, oh my God, there's that guy on the free market. Oh, there's Carlos Vela on the free market. I wouldn't want to take him. But we ain't even got a recognized striker, bro. And these men are still turning their nose up. These guys are still turning their nose up. We're playing Earthworm Jim. This is where we're at. And you're still turning your nose up. Oh, I wouldn't take Diego Costa. He's finished. It may be so, bro. I'm pretty sure he will do better than having nobody up front. I'm pretty sure. Give him a run of 5 games. Give Moreno a run of 5 games. And we'll see who the real striker is, innit? Even at his big old age. Don't even run, bro. Drop back so you're not offside. And then when the team's in the other team's half, just stay the fuck in the center of the box, bro. How about that? Did you see that charity game with Speed and Henri and Del Piero? Some of them man was looking all right, bro. What's man talking about, bro? You don't even need to run. Just keep yourself on side and then stay your ass in the box. This Ben Yedder guy, he's got a case. I don't even know what the case is about. Maybe I think it's about an SA thing. But ain't Thomas Partey got that hanging over him now? Maybe that's why we've not extended his contract. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But we're desperate right now. Paul Pogba, he can't play till March. Well, guess what? We're nearly done with February, bro. It's a couple of weeks. Fucking get him. But even still, that's the person that people are talking about. Paul Pogba. All right, cool. But is he a striker? So we're not only there to get one player. Fucking take all 3, blood. Pogba, Ben, whatever his name is, Yedda, Wissa, Ben Yedda, whatever his name is, and fucking get and take Costa as well, bro. What's man talking about? Fucking take Carlos Vela as well. We need someone on the left wing. This is the situation that we're in. But these men won't even consider it. They just outrightly refuse, bruv. Outrightly refuse, bruv. Like, nah, we're not gonna help you. Imagine you're working at a restaurant, you're the only cook, bro, and there's lines going around the corner. It's a 24-hour restaurant, and they're expecting you to just do the whole thing. You finally get a break, you finally get a day off, and then you go to your manager like, yo, I need help. The man them's like, nah, fam, you're all right. Do you know what I'm saying? That's basically what's going on. The team needs help, and you're just refusing to help him. He's coming out with you're intrigued. You know, this is interesting. This ain't interesting, blood. Who is it interesting to? Do you think is this Monopoly, bruv? Is this a game? This is our football season, bruv. This is our football club. This is what, grown men waste all of their money on, bruv. Not just men, of course, but the majority. This is what grown men argue with next men about. This is what grown men follow religiously, bro. And you're like playing around like it's a game. And what the fuck, bro? You're playing around like it's a game. Like, people are out here fighting each other, arguing. Not just me and Waffle, bro. People at the ground. They were doing it in the Wenger days as well. Big up Lee Gunner. I see on his live stream the other day, he was showing a picture of the Tottenham protest, bro. Say what you want about Nando's FC, bro. They had a lot more people than was at the Arsenal protest. I know because I was there. It was dead. There was at least a couple of thousand there for the Tottenham thing. All right, Lee Gunner did also point out that most of them are probably going to do the protest and then walk into the stadium, like, or end up at the club shop. Do you know what I mean? So it is like baby steps, innit? But I looked at their protest, bro. There was bare people there, bro. Nando's FC are protesting. And then you wonder why people are getting called top gooners, because don't you want to see your team win? Like I said, Just D made some great points, in life. Like he feels he's a winner in life. So in my mind, I never go into anything thinking I'm gonna lose. That's a great mentality, bro. But this is different. This is different, my guy. We are not in control of any of this. We're hoping the people in control are competent, that they can do what they have to do. We're hoping that they've got that same mentality. But it's one thing to say something, but you've got to look at actions, bro. I always say, watch what they do, not what they say. Because what they've done is be hella negligent towards these players, in my opinion. Right from the off, 19 players. And we could have had a squad of 25. So that's 6 extra players. Knowing that we're trying to fight on 4 fronts and you've chose not to do anything, bro. That's negligent, man. Bigger AFC always again. Arteta should be thanking Aubameyang for the only cup and last cup he will ever win. Well, I mean, maybe not. Maybe he will win something, but just going off of what we've seen, it's easy to know why you've come to that conclusion, my bro. That's my point. So when I talk to these people that are more positive, I'm like, cool. Why? And a lot of them can't really break it down, bro. Some of them can, fair play. But a lot of them can't. So then I'm like, well, then it's just like blind faith after that, innit? And I don't follow anything blindly, bro. That's just me. Is what it is, man. Big up Static, my bro. Hope you're well, man. My bro, man. I hope you're well today, man. I'm going to give you a tinkle as well. I have followed you on the socials, and I do want you to come and jump on the channel, man, and have some chat with man as well. So big yourself up, my bro. Yeah, like and subscribe. Make sure everyone's liking and subscribing. It's the least you can do. They're free buttons. They're free buttons. Don't have to agree with me, but you can definitely support. Oh, look, the Wanderer returns. Nathan or Drifting Beamer. The Wanderer. I wonder where you'd been. Just talking about top gooners and that. Oh, he's gonna get insulted now. Big yourself up, Nathan, man. Did you actually suggest bringing in Carlos Vela? Yeah, I did. Do you actually think Meg de Sterling is better than Carlos Vela? Even now. This is what I'm trying to say, man. Like, what do you lot look at, bro? Like I said, no matter what you think, yeah, and I know you're more of a top gooner and I'm a toxic negative, yeah? Insults aside, however you want to take it, is what it is, right? But even you lot must think to yourself, the team needs help. Looking at that, the performance against Leicester after the bye, did they look refreshed to you? Because to me, they look knackered. Declan Rice looked knackered, and first half was a bit shit, but the second half I feel like he came into the game a lot. He's a trier, bro. God loves a trier. So I'm not gonna diss Declan Rice. And also, I always feel like that's not his position. But these men should have looked refreshed after the bye, and they look jet lagged after the bye. There's 19 players, and your squad can be 25 players. So automatic, and this is done by design. So even for the people that believe that everything that the club does and says, no problem with that. But looking at what the club has actually done in terms of the negligence towards the players, like, are you happy with that? Are you happy to see that we've gone the whole January and not helped out our players get across the line? Oh, but Viewz, it's going to affect what we do in the summer. Why are you bothered about this? What trophy gets won in the summer? Can anyone tell me? Oh yeah, there ain't none. The kids are off school like they are now, half flipping term, making noise. People go on their holidays. Yeah, that's the only thing that happens in the summer. But for some reason, the club and certain fans act like the world changes in the summer. If the sky's blue in the winter, it's red in the summer. Like what are you lot going on about? Money don't change, bro. Situations don't change. Oh, people are halfway through a season. Fair play. That's the only thing. Don't tell me it's difficult. Don't tell me, you can't spend money in January. Don't tell me there's no one out there. If you put the money down and you put enough of it down, you get what you want, whether that's a manager or a player. That's it. If a player's helping the team, score goals and stay in the league or fight in relegation, you can still get that player. You just got to pay more money. The logic is easy enough to understand. It really isn't rocket science, guys. But all this PR and people like me were calling out 2 weeks before the window even shut. We ain't gonna buy no one, and we're gonna spin out all of the fucking like a new signing PR, all of this bollocks going to Dubai, and it worked last season. So we're gonna be, recharged and all that kind of. It's all rubbish and PR. But these people just suck it up every time, bro. Big up Static again. We'll go from there. Oh, autocorrect. Big up, man. Don't worry, man. Listening right in the background. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my bro, man. Hey, listen, it's good work to some. For other people, it ain't. The man's 35 playing in the MLS. Sterling absolutely horrific yet again. But yeah, I'd rather him than Collar. Would you really? Would you really? How old is Aubameyang? Aubameyang's still outscoring Havertz now. I mean, fair play. But he's still outscoring Havertz now. You're probably someone, yeah, who probably thinks we've now found our new striker, innit? Oh my god! And look at the comment. Oh, Marino, bruv, this is what I don't understand, bro. Like, as a grown man, bruv, can you not think for yourself? Look, oh Marino, oh my days, bro. Big up Marino. Listen, they were 2 great goals that he scored, bro. I didn't think he's gonna score them. But when you've got him coming out after the game saying, yeah, like, I don't expect myself to be playing in this role long term. Like, I don't even think he expects to play there against West Ham. Wild, bro. Talking about 35. Raheem Sterling is 30. He looks like he's 35, 40, bro. He looks like his body don't work for him anymore. Like, he is, bro, he got booed. He's a lone player, bro. He got booed. Why is he getting booed? Why would you even boo a lone player? Just send him back. I was doing the watch along, and I was watching it on a Reddit stream. And these fans weren't even Arsenal. They were saying, "What on earth is Meg Griffin doing on the football pitch? Take this guy off." Then you've got a number 8 that I don't even rate. By the way, I don't rate Moreno, not as a midfielder. Maybe he is a shadow striker. I don't know. But as a midfielder, I don't rate him in it. Yeah, I don't. Is what it is. But he's an Arsenal player. Like, whatever. Like I said, they don't buy themselves. Even with Kai Havertz, I don't even blame Kai Havertz. Before the transfer window finished, I was feeling sorry for Kai Havertz. I was like, look at the club. Nathan, do you not agree? Do you not agree that the club has put so much pressure on Kai Havertz? Now he's out for the season, so pressure's done. But I feel like it's the club's fault. Why have you put all that pressure on him? Even if he is a workhorse, even if he is your number 1 striker, yeah, You're gonna get. You're telling me there's nobody that could have come and helped him out. Not one loan player, not one free agent. Even if you buy them for 6 months, you're telling me nobody, bro. Nobody, bruv. Like we're having to bring on midfielders and that. Everyone has to be playing out of position. But then you mention certain people, like I have. I can't believe you're even mentioning Carlos Vela. Well, who else is doing any? Who else is doing any better at our club, bro? Who's holding down the left wing position? Because Trossard stinks, Meg Griffin stinks, Martinelli stinks, Havertz is not clinical, but you'd rather see all of our players drop like flies where we can actually field nobody. There's nobody we can field. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in their natural position. And then look, even if you want to say forget all of that, fair play. Don't go to Carlos Vela. Don't go to any of the frees. Don't get any loan players. Don't bring any of your loan players back. Just don't help the team whatsoever. And you're only going to go in for the youth. You're not even playing the youth. You've got that was it Butler or your Deji or whatever his name is? We ain't even got Chido. We seen him coming on for United yesterday. Because there's no way to the first team for the youngsters, but now it's a necessity thing. All right, cool. So we're going to dip into the youth. Why did you not bring on Nathan Butler? I can't say the other name, the double battle, so I'm just going to say Nathan Butler. Why didn't you do that? We ain't even got Chido to bring on anymore. Like, because I don't know, man. Like even earlier in the season, we had Wanyeri and we had Skelly. Obviously, they were the two youth players that Arsenal were talking about. Even on the American tour, Curtis Shaw was asking him, are you going to get this player, that player? They was like, no, we got Wanyeri, we got Skelly, they're going to come through, blah, blah, blah. No problem. I ain't got no problem with that. But not when you get rid of all the other players like ESR, Reece. No, I mean, even though I don't rate them players, if we're not going to get adequate cover, then don't get rid of them yet. That's it. So... and then how what I mean, even when Moreno came into the team, and no one was injured, or him and Kai Havertz were fit, and then when you didn't want to play Kai Havertz up front, you're dropping him into the midfield. How does that make Moreno feel? Your new summer signing that you've just bought as the number 8, and then you're playing a makeshift striker in his position. Some of the decision making is just terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. Big up Static Views. If you see this, you can message me anytime. Yeah. Big up, man. Big up Statics. I'll definitely get it done, bro. I have been a little bit long with it. Meant to be doing some shows with some other people as well, but 100% message you, my bro. I'd love to have you on. Same as Nathan, man, because all you do is come in here and chat, bro. Like, let me put a face to the name, innit? So with the next stream I do, when I do it on Streamlabs or StreamYard, like, come on, chat. Like, we're chatting it. You can fight your arguments, bro. But let's be honest, because your first line here, you said still banging on about Oba. Of course I am, because we haven't replaced him since. We ain't had a gunman at this club since. And like I keep saying to you, my bro, because you still ain't answered the question, is Kai Havertz a gunman? Yes or no? Do we need a gunman at this club? Yes or no? I keep going on about these points because I'm not one of those people that just blindly follow, bro. Like, I'm not one of those people that see certain things happen and then get drawn in with it. Moreno scored a brace. Oh, we found our new striker. Maybe we ain't. But you should never be put in those positions to begin with. I'd rather have a natural striker playing in striker, bro. I don't know about you, but big yourself up, man. Like I said, you're always welcome to come on, bro. Always. Yeah, very dissatisfied with the owners. See, and that's something we can agree on, my bro. Mikel stated multiple times he wanted it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So even now, I'm trying to strip back everything, strip back my bias, strip back the hate, strip back everything and just look at it. I think they're all to blame. However, you've got to go to the root cause. And I think it's these owners. I think it's the owners. Mikel come out and said he wanted players. First, he was saying he didn't, but then he come out and said he actually does want players. We need players, this, that, and the other. Even in the last week of the window, even in the last stages of the window, that's what he was saying. So I'm like, all right, cool. So now I can't fault Arteta for not, because you got to remember, guys, a little bit before that, he kept coming out talking about, no, we don't need anyone. I love the players I've got. So for me, you're saying the wrong things because it's obvious that the team needs help. But when you come out and say we do need someone, I'm like, all right, cool. You're saying that we need someone now. So I'm expecting the club to go out and get someone, not dilly-dally around. Ollie Watkins was offered to us, and we still couldn't get that across the line because we're out here haggling. So I can't. So when you want to strip back everything, I can't even look too much at Arteta. Yeah, look at these cronkies, bro. Look at the owners. Look at all of them. What are you doing to help this team out? We've got the smallest squad in the Premier League, and now we've got no choice but to play a midfielder in attack. No choice. Big up Static Views. I got a bounce. Take care. Yeah, man. Big up, man. Always welcome, my bro. And let me gonna sort out this mod thing for you right now. You can probably hear my noisy son in the background. Don't stamp, please, mate. Big up Gary. Big up Don't Waste a Tweet each and every time. Make sure you go and subscribe to Broski as well as Mali Talks AFC. He's bigging up Static. Make sure you go and subscribe to the guys Waffle TV show. Big up Mali Talks again. Oba won this man the FA Cup, bro, but we're still banging on about him. Maybe because, like, obviously years later he come out and said he was late coming to training a few times. Like his mum was ill. He let the club know he wanted to fly his mum into the country, and the club weren't backing him. Arteta's telling him, "Oh, you stabbed me in the back," and things like that. The bigger question is, could Arteta even manage someone world class? Because he's done everything not to buy anyone world class, bro. How many transfer windows has this guy had in 5 years? Even when we bought Declan Rice, see what he wasn't world class, very good player on the cusp of being world class, the same as Saka. But they're not world class. Even people like Saliba comes out himself and says, I'm not world class because I haven't won anything. Do you know what I mean? These are just normal questions, man. But yet they prove you wrong week in, week out. They don't prove me wrong, bro. They don't prove me wrong. Not at all. We ain't going to win the league. We haven't won any. We just limped out of both cups. How are they proving me wrong? I wanted them to win a cup, even more than the league. They papered over the cracks against Leicester. Against Leicester, it took until the 80th minute to score. When we had all of the ball as well. They ain't proving me wrong, bro. The performance, bad performances catch up with you. That's a given. That's a given in football. Bad performances catch up with you. That's where you see the cracks. That's where you see what you need to improve upon. If you love something, you let it go. You're not scared to criticize something you love. You want to see it do better. So while you're winning, people call it champions wins, you know, the form of champions. I understand all of that. But the cracks are there to see. Do you know how many Tottenham fans were upset with that game yesterday, even though they won it? Because they can see the cracks. Then you've got people like you, bro. It's like you just come on here just to argue, and you don't agree with a lot of the stuff I say. So I really don't know why you come here a lot. But you are welcome to come on instead of just doing up that in the comments. Let me put a face to the name, innit? Let me look you in the eye, bro. Do you know what I mean? And understand your thought process, bro, because you're treating Arsenal like it's the religion of Arsenal, the cult of Arsenal. Proving me wrong every week. Not at all, bruv. They'd be first if they were, or we'd be in the final of the Carabao Cup. That would be proving me wrong, bro. You really think they're going to win the league, bro? Yes or no? Is Arsenal going to win the league this year, Nathan? You still haven't answered my question about Kai Havertz. We do agree on some things. It's not like just dig out Nathan, but I am gonna question what you're saying, bro. He stated multiple times he wanted a forward. He also stated when he got asked, "Oh, do you need a striker?" No. That was like about a week and a half before he said he did. When did I say I didn't need a striker? Well, about a week and a half ago. And as well on my channel, I got a clip of Northside, big up Northside, in his stream. I don't know if I can make these clips public. I'm gonna have to try and record them and then put them on the channel. You know, just other people hearing what Edu said in the summer as well. And then he left, bro. What? Nathan, let me ask you that then, bro. Why do you think Edu left the club, bro? Don't just say to get more money, because that's not believable, bro. This was their project, yeah, the Chuckle Brothers. Why do you believe he left? For the other people in the chat, you can use lot can chime in as well. Why do you believe Edu left the club? Because every time he was speaking, he seemed like he was all in, bro. A couple of weeks saying be excited before the transfer window closed. We know that was the slogan from 2019, but he said it. And I think Dan Potts mentioned it, Northside mentioned it. He just said in the last window, be excited. Then we got Meg Sterling. But I just make things up, didn't I? Like I said, cool. I made my reaction after the Leicester game. I said, well done, the boys. Well done, Mikel Moreno. Didn't expect you to do that. You did it. But to then come out with the same way Arsenal acted after Man City, stay humble, acting like we won a cup or we won the league because we beat Man City 5-1. What we done is we kept our gap. We're trying to stop them from taking us over at the end of the day. But it's all about perspective, innit? So obviously I want to understand some people's perspective. And like I said, be able to explain it. I can explain to you why my stance is more negative. Because I've come up seeing my team win. Yeah. We were put in a position to challenge and to be a top team, and we keep acting like we don't want it. And what we say and what we do are two different things. We're gonna sprinkle gold dust on the team once we get in the Champions League. It's the second year, bro. Like, where's the gold dust, bro? Calafiori's ain't gold dust. Norbert Neto is no gold dust, bro. Meg the Sterling, that is no gold dust, bro. Seeking more money, autonomy, seeking more autonomy and money. Yes, I think you said that last time, actually. My bad. I think you said that last time. No, I don't believe that, bro. Like, how can that project be more exciting than what you're trying to build at Arsenal? All of this be excited phases, all of the credit, all of the praise that you two man have been getting. You've turned Arsenal around. Look what you've done. I honestly don't believe that that's a more exciting project or a more attractive one. And we've heard that Edu was upset that Arteta's getting too much control. We've gone from a coach with no experience getting paid 9 million a year. You haven't won anything, you've just challenged. Then you get paid 15 million a year. I don't know another club that rewards failure like this club. I really don't. You don't believe that a man wants more control over his position and wants to earn more money. What are you waffling, bro? What am I waffling? So Nottingham Forest, personally, I don't even believe he was gonna make more money. So you've come into football, a team that you used to play for, this big old project, be excited, all this other crap, and that's gonna be a more attractive proposition. What am I waffling? So apparently, for all you top gooners, we're on the brink of winning the league. But he'd rather go and be a CEO for a couple of different companies for more money. Yeah, maybe, mate, but it's not like he was getting paid peanuts, in it. Not at all. You're trying to build something here. This is the whole ethos that you're telling us fans to be patient, process, phase, all this other crap, and then you just jump ship a couple of weeks after you're telling us to still be excited and that. Nah, bruv. But cool. Believe what you want to believe, mate. Big up Pinky HD. Hope you're well today. You can now see that you are a mod. I did do that and I followed you back. So big yourself up. Please hit the like for me. But yeah, man, football as a whole is a bit of a joke. You get me? Like, man like Ange Postecoglou still keeping his job and that. Ruben Amorim. People don't want to question him. Why not? You're making dumb decisions. Like, why not question him? Why not question what he's doing? How many wins has he actually had for Man United since he's been there? I actually think he's a good coach. But when you start doing stupidness, I'm going to question it. Every different game, someone's out of position in a new, do you know what I'm saying? New players, different, same formation, just different players, new positions. Mainu's a 9, then he's a 10. You screaming out for a left wing back. You got a left wing back. Now you're playing him right wing back. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It don't make any sense. So, you know, these managers, I think Arteta, Amorim, and Pep are all like of the same ilk. Keep trying to do this different stuff. Like, just keep it natural. Kieran Tierney, I think he's been treated badly by the club, in my opinion. Our only proper natural left back. Why don't you ever play him like that? Like, why don't you ever, like, he's not been fit, he's not been fit. That's what people say. Well, Lee Gunner was saying that apparently he's actually been more fit than some of the other left backs that we bought. I haven't done the checks. I haven't gone onto Google and checked the actual minutes. But apparently he's been available, man. I actually like Kieran Tierney as a player. I don't think we should be getting rid of him. He's also someone that we're going to be getting rid of for free. You know, Tommy Yasu, someone who's barely been fit. We ain't going to be able to get rid of him. We ain't going to be able to get rid of him. He'll probably be someone that runs down the contract as well. Partey's been able to run down the contract. He's free in the summer. But maybe because of his outside of football activities, maybe that's why they're not extending the contract. Jorginho as well. So obviously it's been reported that, like I said earlier, 7 players are going to leave to help fund this war chest in the summer. 2 of those players are alone. We ain't getting nothing back for those. 3 of those players are going on freeze. So that's 5. And like I said, only Kivior and Zinchenko are players that might get sold and we can actually get a little bit of money for. How much money are we going to get? Not a lot, I reckon. So it's bad business again, isn't it? He's barely been fit. It's a fact. Well, that's what I'm saying. You're saying it's a fact, bro. I thought that's a fact. And I said, listen, I like Kieran Tierney, but he can't stay fit and we can't stay sentimental, this, that, and the third. However, this season, he's actually been fit. The amount of times that he's been on the bench, and I'm like, why are you not using him? Why are you not putting no faith in him? Because at the end of the day, yeah, is it Brendan Rodgers? I think it's Brendan Rodgers at Celtic now, isn't it? Brendan Rodgers. I think. I don't obviously check for them. And they wanted him in January. Yeah, Kieran Tierney. Obviously, they've got an agreement to take him in summer, no problem. But they wanted him in January. And I think Arsenal, as a club, said, no, we're not going to let him go in January because we're struggling with injuries and the bodies. But it's like, whenever there's an opportunity to bring him on, it's like he doesn't really want to bring him on. I'm not even saying as left back, if you want to keep Skelly there. Why not try him as a left winger? He's got a great cross. He's naturally left-footed. You know, he will track back, the same as Martinelli. And this season is actually, I understand the previous stuff. I mean, that's another thing that's Arsenal through and through as well, isn't it? The amount of injured players that we have. We buy injury-prone players, or they somehow become injury-prone players. And instead of just getting rid of them when we can, it's like we stick with them. And then they end up leaving on a free. Miles Lewis Skelly is everything Tierney wishes he was. Listen, I rate Skelly. Like, he's 18 at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm saying? I rate Tierney as well as a player. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's had a bad go of things at Arsenal. And I think especially this year, they haven't treated him good. He's been fit and available for a lot this season. And he barely comes off the bench. The same for that Nathan Butler. You know, he's a striker. He's a youngster. And instead of giving him an opportunity to come on and see what he can do, seeing what our other youngsters are doing, we're bringing on Mikel Moreno. Now, fair play, Moreno's tall. So I'll give you that. He has got, you know, you saw with the header. And at the end of the day, that's the way we play as well, isn't it? Ethan Nwaneri, even Saka, Trossard, when they get to they're trying to whip these balls in. I wanted them to go to the byline and try the low cutback, you know, like the low pass on the floor. I wanted them to try that a little bit more. They weren't really doing it, you know. Nwaneri making the effort, beating this guy, crossing the ball in. There's no one to cross it to. So I understand why he brought on Moreno in that particular scenario. But are people really confident he's the guy, like to start as the striker, to break down a low block? Is it Kieran Tierney FC or like that's ridiculous, bro? Where are you going with Kieran Tierney FC? Obviously, it's not Kieran Tierney FC because he barely plays. How can it be Kieran Tierney FC, bro? Like sometimes I think you just say things to say things, bro. When did I ever said that? I just think he's had he's had a bad rap, bro. This season he's been fit. Why isn't he not being played? Kieran T in the FC. When did I say that? It can't be Kieran T in the FC because he barely plays. Pretty silly comment that, bro. Pretty silly comment. And yes, look, even with your Miles Lewis Skelly thing, what he's our number one left back now at 18 years old. Maybe he is, but even him will still need competition. He'll still need rest. You know, he's still not beyond criticism. He saved us in that Leicester game. If he didn't make that last ditch touch at the back post, we could have been 1-0 down. Then what would you have said then, bro? After Dubai, meant to be coming back all refreshed, banging form, all of that stuff. We could have easily lost that game. Mikel's treated him bad. Starters, he hasn't scored. Are you talking about Kieran Tierney? He's a left back, bro. What? Because Miles Skelly scored that one goal. Like, that's why he should be in front of him. Like, what are you talking about, bro? And he's not good enough. Kieran Tierney's not good enough. There's a few more people in it. People on the playback gang, leave your comments in it. Is Kieran Tierney good enough to play for Arsenal? Don't tell me about his fitness. Just tell me whether he's good enough to play for Arsenal. Kieran Tierney FC, like. You honestly do chat a load of waff, bro. And I wish you, the next time I come on, obviously you're subscribed or you wouldn't be able to chat. Come on, bro. Like, I need to put a face to the name, bro. I need to see what I'm looking at, bro. Like, what on earth, bro? Tell me I'm waffling, but I'm here, bro. I'm outside, bro. Do you know what I mean? You can put a face to my name. You can see who's making the comments, bro. We never see you, bro. You just make mad state. When did I ever say it was Kieran? He can't be Kieran T in the FC if he never gets a chance to play, bro. Like, where's the logic? I'm saying that he's had a bad rap, 100%. Bad rap, 100%. If they get rid of him, they get rid of him. I'm not petitioning for him to stay. What I am saying is this season, he's been fit. This season, you've had opportunities to put him on and you don't want to. How old is he now? 27, 28? In the prime of his career. When he has come on, he's crossed the ball better than half of our players, even fucking Wanyeri. You think I'm the only Arsenal fan to be saying that? Why has nobody been in for him? Well, they have been in for him. They have been in for him. Why does anyone come in for Zinchenko? What has he done at Arsenal? Why is anyone talking about Kivior going to Serie A? What has he done at Arsenal? Like, you really make some silly points sometimes, bro. But like I said, man, next time I go live, because this is from YouTube, so I can't even put no link in it. Otherwise, I would have. Because you come over here spouting off all this other stuff. Come on, man. Come on, chat. You know what I mean? Instead of doing up keyboard warrior, come and talk, innit? Come and talk. Raw. 1 hour 43. I didn't even realize I've been on for so long, bruv. Didn't even realize I've been on for so long. So we're probably going to end it. Probably going to end it there. Big up the people that have passed through, even the older top goons. Hit the like or hit the dislike. Do whatever you want. Definitely hit subscribe. It's free. Or if you're Nathan and you don't like anything that I say, welcome to go elsewhere. There's plenty of other channels. A Gal Talks Football. That's probably one that you'd like. Bavs. That's probably another one that you'd like, bro. Who's the other one? Rory Talks Arsenal, is it? You probably like him. There's people out there for you, man. There's a home for you, my guy. There is a home for you. But yeah, anyway, please, like I said, playback gang, hit the like, leave a comment, subscribe, all of that bloody good stuff. You know, we got West Ham next. I think that's going to be a harder game. I'll talk about that a little bit closer to the time. You know, let's pray Martinelli can have a speedy recovery. None of these guys are raped, by the way, but it's, you know, we've got, that's another thing before I go. That's another thing before I go. Like I said, let me big up Mikel Moreno. Two very good goals. Didn't think he'd score them. He did. Fair play. But do you really look at that and say that's our solution? Because that's the problem I'm having with certain Arsenal fans. That's the solution. Oh, look, that's the solution. That's the solution. Like when you've even got the player coming out after the game saying, "Yeah, I'm not a striker." Like I was surprised to get that call. And look, things like this. Yeah. So Nathan's just put, "What does Moreno do?" What does he do, bruv? Tell me what he does. He looks like he could probably be better up front than anything that we've seen from him in midfield. Things like this. Things like this. What does he do, bro? Number one aerial duel winner in Europe. Oh my god. You see what we're up against, bro? You see what we're up against, bro? This is why the club's never gonna be ambitious. This is why we're never gonna get world-class players because of this, bro. And because of this. And this is what I got so mad about because I knew what the narrative's gonna be. And while we've got thousands of people that think like this, we're always going to be also Rans, always going to be the bridesmaid. Big up hyper protagonist. Hope you're well today. Before you go, big up yourself. Like I said, Nathan, bro, Eagle Talks. What other channels can we find for you, bro? Go over there and live a happy life and use your energy wisely, bro. Or next time I come live, if you want to come over here, come on. I need to see what you look like, bro. I need to look you in the eye while you chat this absolute waff, innit? Oh, I need to understand. Let me not even call it waff. Let me not do that. Let me not do that. I just need to understand your viewpoint. That's what I need to understand. I really do, bro. I need to look you in the eye and know that you're not trolling, that you really believe in this stuff. That's what I need to do, bruv. A gal talks football. Is it Rory talks Arsenal? I'm trying to find the channels for you, my guy. Or even Rory Jennings. He's a Chelsea fan, but you probably agree with a lot of the stuff he said. Rory talks football. There we go. You'd like that one, bro. Bavid Attenborough. Bavs 14. That's another channel for you, my guy. You'd be very well received over there. A gal talks football. Another channel for you, my guy. Not Ben Yedda. What's his name? Ben. You know the one that goes on Curtis Shaw's channel. What's his name? Ben. Not fucking Rogers. What's his name, bro? Help me out, man. Who's the other guy, Harry, that went on Dan Potts' channel as well? Or Lee Judges. You probably like Lee Judges. I think Arsenal Ty's got a channel. Robbie's brother. What's his name? Laurie. Another top goon. I think he's got a channel as well. There's loads of places for you, my bro. For you to go and live out your YouTube life and be happy, bro. You don't need to be over here. You know what I mean? If you don't like what's being said. I mean, obviously you're welcome, but I'm just trying to say, in order to live a happy YouTube life, my guy, there's places you can be. I'm presented with the facts. So what is the fact? He's the number one duel winner in Europe. Woo! Apart from that game against Leicester, even in that game against Leicester, there's other Arsenal fans in it. I saw him looking to the bench for Arteta, the Pilates instructor, to give him instructions. Where should I run? Where should I run? What should I do? Am I the only one who noticed that? I must be in it. I must be. And like I said, my bro, you are welcome to go elsewhere, bro. Welcome, bro. Absolutely welcome, bro. Like I said, I've just run down a whole list of places that you're going to be well received. You know, you can come and join in with your cult members. You know, you can all synchronize your singing chants. You can all go and drink beer together. You know, the boys club. I get it, bro. Presented with the facts. So what has Marino done apart from that Leicester game? What has he done? What does he do? You're saying that he's a number one aerial duel winner, but I don't see him winning aerial duels. I saw him score a header against Leicester. Great. Other than that, I've seen him score one other header for Arsenal. When I watch him play, he's on the outskirts of the game. I'm always seeing him on the floor. I'm not seeing him winning bare jewels, innit? Go across all of the Arsenal fan pages, except for the ones I mentioned, because they're just like you, and go and see what they say about Moreno. Go to rival fans. Don't even go to Arsenal fans. Go to rival fans pages and see what they say about Moreno. And then you're saying it's a car crash every week, bro. There's more places for you. There's places that you're going to be accepted, bro. One of the boys, just like you like it. One of the boys club. You can all wear your tops. You can all drink beer and sing in unison, dance in unison. You know, get your stay humble tops on. There's a place for you on YouTube, my guy. 100%. This might not be it for you though. Big up hyper protagonist, man. Each and every time. Make sure you're hitting the like on the video. The car crash is about to end because it's been nearly 1 minute 50. And like I said, Nathan, you give it all the bigging in the chat, but you never come on. This is like the third stream that you've been here now, and you ain't even answered the one question I've asked you this whole time. But you expect me to answer your questions when you're just waffling with no logic or nothing behind it, presented with facts. I present you with the opportunity to come on the channel, bro, and give me your argument. Are you gonna do it again and bring out graphs? Like, what are we doing, bro? Like I said, you're welcome to come on, bro. Instead of doing up keyboard warrior, bro. That's what I don't do, innit? That's what I don't do. But yeah, like I said, guys, like on the way in or way out, or if you're Nathan, dislike on the way in or way out, no problem. Hit the subscribe, it is free, you know, and we'll be back again soon. But football's been mad. Mid-table United lost again. I'm even questioning Amarim. What should I not question him now? Man United fans will tell me I shouldn't question him because he hasn't got his own players yet, this, that, and the other. But what I'm seeing you do in games is questionable, bro. Why did you bring on Obi Cheetah, whatever his name is, with like a minute on the clock, 3 minutes on the clock? Why are you taking so long to make substitutions? Why did you scream out for a left wing back and then play him right wing back? When you do those kind of things, that's what you need to be questioning. You're not beyond that. When I see Arteta playing our best midfielder as a right back, when there's other people that can step in and play there, playing our best right back as a centre defender, you know, just changing everything. Kai Havertz, Gabriel James, they're meant to be our main strikers. They're playing on the wings. They're dropping too deep. You're doing all these instructions on the sideline, but the team doesn't play. It doesn't do anything different when you look at them play. So all of that on the sidelines is just like, I don't know what you're doing, bro, because they're not listening to you, innit? And even if you don't agree with anything that I can say or that anything that I do say, we must be able to agree on the fact that this team needs help. There's 19 players and they're being ran into the ground. If you're still in here, Nathan, do you not agree with that? Or do you agree that we was right to not get any help for these players? Forget what I think about Arteta or any of the players. What I am saying now is these players needed help and you, man, ignored that. Do you not agree with that? But anyway, let me get out of here, man. Nearly 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Nearly 2 hours. All right, okay, you're saying it's got nothing to do with Mikel, it's on the owners. All right, fair play. So even if you think it's on the owners, do you think it's fair for the players to have not got no help? It's a simple question, my bro. We're more or less agreeing here. But this is what I'm trying to say. Forget, all right, and that's cool. Nothing to do with Mikel. It's on the owners. It's on the owners. But do you think it was fair to our players for them to get no help for another 3 months of football? Whether you're positive, whether you're negative, I want my team to win. If you're running an office or you're running a building and you need 10 people to run that building, we're rocking up with 7 and expecting them to be optimal. That's my point. And even when we got to the end of January, I was like, look, whether you agree with what I say or disagree with what I say, this team needs help. Just help them, get them a loan, get them a stopgap, just anyone. But then we've got fans like, oh no, he's old or he's not good enough for it. Bruv, our players are dropping like flies. You know, dropping like flies. He still continues to get results. The man's an absolute genius. My. Fair play, fair play, fair play. That's what you think. Not a problem. We're second. But That's what you think, whereas I think we've been papering over the cracks. Glass half full, glass half empty. Just is what it is. Not a problem. I've heard other people calling him a genius when he gets things right. But when they go wrong, we can't say, well, you got that wrong. That's my point here. Have the same energy, right? If this guy, if Mikel Arteta actually, which I don't think he will, but if he wins the league or the Champions League, then I will stand corrected. I'm never someone that's wrong and strong. Do you understand what I'm saying? I will stand corrected. I want Arsenal to win. You win me the league or the Champions League, go again. Maybe you was right about this process, but all we can do is look at what we're seeing. So when we're seeing Claudio Ranieri tinkering, when we're seeing total disregard to the players that are dropping like flies. Now let's have it right. Our players have been limping for ages. Saka, they've been looking knackered. Declan Rice all this season. They had the Euros. Not only does Arsenal play them for the full 90, running them into the ground, but the England team does it as well. All to the point that when they were kind of having these little, I was saying like, let Arteta tell England, no, they're not coming, bro. They're injured. Let them have a rest. All these dumb friendly games that mean nothing. But Rice and Saka's playing 90 minutes for England. That was pissing me off. Like, so like I said, it's been negligent. We've come into the season with 19 players. That is not enough. To meant to be fighting on 4 fronts. That's why we're only down to 2 now. And the 2 hardest ones. One of them we've never won ever in our life. Got no heritage in. I was even saying if Lego Head got us to the Carabao Cup final and won that, I was even saying if Arteta won the cup, stay another season, whatever, win me something. Here's 5 years, half a decade. So now it's time to win something. How much more time do we need to give you, bro? Everyone says it. Rival fans, Arsenal fans, the fucking media, everybody. But we're not in our right place to say, well, hold on. It might have worked last year, but it's not working this year. So what are you going to do to change it? Oh, nothing. Oh, you ain't got any ideas. Now we can look back on Preston and say with Chess, what the fuck was he doing bringing Kai and Saka on to keep them ticking over? Don't bite. That's what I'm trying to say. There are things that we agree on, my bro. There are things, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not gonna help out the staff, right? That's why, because I was mad about Dubai. I was, yeah. But then I thought, and Robbie said it. Robbie Lau from AFTV, he said it, and he just said, "Well, I'm not even mad about Dubai. Like, we've not bought any players. Like, these players need a rest." And I'm like, "Raw, that's a very good point." I would say Robbie Lau's a top gooner. I would say that I'm toxic negative. I don't get insulted by that. That's my stance on the club. Unfortunately, it's been given titles now. That's it. But a top gooner had said that, and I was like, raw. That actually makes a lot of sense. The same way that when, after we had all the Havertz going down, that happened in Dubai. We had Martinelli before that, though, straight after the transfer window closed. Look at that for a slap in the face. Look at that for a bit of karma. Because you took a risk, basically. Yeah, you took a risk not helping out the squad. Like I said, forget about whether you think we can win anything, what your stance is on the club. Let's just talk about helping and supporting these players that are playing every 3 days. What have you done to help them? Nothing. That's negligence. Even me, to try and have some confidence to go on in the league and say we can actually try and catch Liverpool. For as bad as we've started, we can actually try and catch Liverpool. If only the club had given us a chance. But no, you're seeing the players falling like anyone's business. Falling like Alicia Keys, bro. We've literally got no natural attacking players unless they're youth. And they do nothing. And like I said, so if you knew that you weren't going to do things like that, bearing in mind Edu left months ago. We had that. We don't have a sporting director. We didn't even try and get one. You're talking about getting a sporting director once the transfer window closes. That's when I knew we weren't going to do any business. So you've done all of that. And then on top of that, you're going to Dubai and doing high intensity training, things like that. Things like that. That's what I'm talking about, man management. I don't care if they went to Dubai for a week and never done no training and just rested got bare massages and things like that, because that's what they need. Because they ain't got no support. If you went and bought some players, if you bought more players in the summer, yeah, because we needed more players in the summer, but you didn't want to do it, fine. Then you've just sat on your hands again in January. You haven't realized your mistake and you've been negligent again. But if you went and bought another 3 players in January, even, cool, train. But when you know you're not going to do any business, there's going to be no help. There's going to be no loans. We ain't bringing back no loans. We ain't getting no free agents. We're literally doing nothing. There ain't even enough people in the youth team to drag up to the men's team. And then you bring them on holiday and then say high intensity training. That's what I'm talking about. It's things like that. That's what I am questioning Mikel Arteta about. You know, when we're playing Fulham and we're playing Everton, 2 games we drew, by the way, that we should have won. They're not even trying to attack. There's literally one player up the field against Saliba and Gabriel. We've literally got 2 players. They're not even trying to come out of their half. And what does Mikel Arteta do? He don't bring on any more attackers. He does like for like. We're bringing on Jorginho, like players like that when we need a goal. You're taking off Wanyeri, our only creative spark, to bring on a defensive-minded player. So those are the things that I'm questioning. Coming second doesn't give you credit in the bank like Pep Guardiola. I'm sorry to have to tell you guys. It just doesn't. And even Ruben Amorim, he's won shit. I'm not saying he should be sacked, but you're damn right I'm going to question what he's doing because it doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I keep saying I'm going to go and I don't bloody go. So let me go. Big up the people that showed love today, man. Please subscribe. Even if you're Nathan, you don't have to be here. But if you want to be here, you're welcome. And I'd love for you to jump on and we can have this discussion. Love that. Everyone's welcome. Do you get me? And there will be more streams where I get the people in the chat to jump on with me. You know what I mean? It's your platform just as much as it is mine. And yeah, we're gone, man. We're gone. Big up everyone. Come on, you Gunners. Let's hope we can listen. I'm scared about West Ham. Why don't you leave the West Ham? What's your predictions for the West Ham game? Leave that in the comments. Back again soon, people.